Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and selamat sejahtera. Hi, my name is Mohd Irzan Shafiq bin Muhammad Azmi, metric number CN190276. So on these virtual sessions, I will present about my bachelor degree project 1. The title is Evaluation of Potential Hazard during Scaffold Erection and Dismantling Process. Before we go through in more detail, we will go through shortly for the slide content on these video sessions. On the chapter 1, I will present about the introductions, which contain background of study, problem statements, objectives of study, scope of work, and significance of study. On the chapter 2 is the literature review. Moving to chapter 3 is research methodology, and the last chapter is chapter 4 is my expectations outcome. And at the end of these virtual sessions, I will conclude regarding my study. For the first chapter is the background of the study. Background of the study is related to the scaffold. Scaffold is a temporary structure used to support a work crew and material to aid in the construction, maintenance, and repair of building, bridge, and all others man-made structure. Scaffolds are widely used on site to get access to height and areas that would be otherwise hard to get to. Temporary works play an important and widespread role, but however, there have been numerous allegations in the media of scaffolding and false works failure. The major reasons, especially during the booms era in the last decade, can be linked to a lack of material quality, structural integrity, and a lack of attention to safety concern in installation, maintenance, and dismantling of scaffolding and false works. Human injuries and deaths, property damage, delay in delivering services, and financial loss are all common outcome of failure or collapse for project owner, companies engaged, and especially contractor. For the highest type of accident recorded by the National Statistics Department of Malaysia, fall of person are the highest was recorded with 10,162 cases. From that number, the number of cases involving workers falling from height was 3,297. And from this figure number, is it clear that workplace accidents involving a person working at a height deserve more attention because of its undeniable risk. Moving to the problem statement. The problem statement that has been arise from this study that has been eliminated is first, scaffolding related jobs are often associated with the issue of the danger of work at height. Second, the process of raising a scaffolding is known as the erection process, and when the work at height has been completed, the scaffold will be dismantled or need to be dismantled. And the last one, those who working in this process for erection and dismantling are often exposed to a variety of possible unforeseen hazards such as fall of persons and object falling from scaffolding during that process. So the objective of the study that need to be achieved is first, I will identify what is the potential hazard during scaffold erection and dismantling process. Second, I will analyze the level of potential hazard during scaffolding. And the last one, I will propose several steps of improvement for scaffold work related. So the scope of work or my limit scope of this study is first, to identify any form of hazard that exists during the process of scaffolding erection and dismantling. Second, the hazard evaluation will be evaluated through job step analysis, JSA. Second, the data analysis of hazard observation are obtained from scaffold erection and dismantling process at Pengerang Integrated Complex work sites. 4. Causes of scaffolding fatal accident were extracted from the literature review from my finding through past thesis, journal, article or books. And the last one is the reference of hazard or risk score were obtained from guideline for hazard identification, risk assessment and risk control, HIRARC. Moving to chapter 2, literature review. So as you can see in the table in the slide right now, this is my reference for literature review. This is part of the study, which means on the first the author is Ridwan 2020. This is the past thesis that's been done. The title is the analysis of scaffolding related accident at the construction site, and the summary of the literature is actually to identify the nature of the scaffold related accident and to identify the significant causes of the scaffold related. Moving to the second reference is from Dosh 2008, Department of Safety and Health, is the guideline for hazard identification reassessment, and I use this reference as a guide and reference in conducting assessment of the level of risk in the field. Moving to the third reference is the Department of Statistics Malaysia 2019, and from this reference, statistic of national occupational accidents, okay, it will provide the information for prevention purpose and the figure number that can be extracted into my study. For the fourth reference is the from Blazik Zes Jr. 2014. Title is the analysis of the stage of scaffolding, and the last one is John Vincent Hackman Jr. 1996 is the analysis of accident related to scaffolding and floor wall opening. Moving to chapter 3, research methodology. So for the research methodology on the start of the research or the study is the field observation and discover any form of hazard during scaffold erection and dismantle process. Second, we move to evaluate the level of hazard through JSA method. But before that, on the field observation will be done at the Pengerang Integrated Complex related to the objective number 1 to identify any hazards. So that's why the research methodology will be related to the objective number 1, field observation at Pengerang Integrated Complex work sites. When we move to this second step is the evaluate the level of hazard through JSA method is related to the objective number 2 to evaluate through the JSA method. Moving to the number 3, state any form of hazard in JSA table and safer work process is related to the next proposed prevention method. This is falls under objective number 3. How I want to achieve my objective is to propose prevention method to reduce risk for scaffolding work related. So this is my expected outcome on the chapter 4. So on this section will be described in more detail what is my expected outcome in this study. In addition, this study is also arranged to meet all the requirement of the objective that has been set in order to contribute benefits to scaffolding operation in various industry. So the result in the study conducted at Pengerang Integrated Complex worksite are at least able to reduce hazard through HIRARC or JSA mechanism. This is based on the first and second objective, as I say on the methodology, where hazard identification at job site and hazard level analysis is using DOSH guideline. And the last one is based on the field observation during the implementation of scaffolding work. Hazard level analysis will be made using HIRARC and JSA method. Therefore, the hazard that has been identified will be stated in the table to analyze and to reduce the level of hazard by proposing safe work procedure on the environmental. So right now we come to the end of our slide, which is the conclusion of the study. So the conclusion which can be made based on the report of the study is that the study conducted can achieve the objective that has been set. In addition, it is hoped that the study conducted can provide a contribution to external parties in becoming a source of reference to improve safety and health in the workplace, so that the accident and the fatalities can be reduced from time to time. Furthermore, it can be concluded that this report, that the finding from the study based on statistics released by DOSH, show that the rate of accident involving people working at height is very worrying every year. Therefore, with the implementation of this study can be known in more depth, specifically the hazards involved in scaffolding work, as well as can suggest some relevant risk control measure to be used by the parties involved. Finally, it is clear that the level of awareness of working people on safety and health issue in workplace is still low and need serious attention by employers. Various parties and levels should play an important role in reducing the number of accidents and fatality in the workplace, especially that has been released by DOSH or Department of Statistics, Malaysia. Finally, thank you for your attentions, and at the end of the sessions, I would like to give a huge appreciation to my supervisor, Dr. Shahrun Nizam bin Zulkifli, for assist me as during this bachelor degree project 1. Thank you very much, and thank you for your cooperation and attention.